Peace, peace, world. My name is Mumu, also known as Mumu Fresh, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my career. I am a singer, songwriter, MC, producer, engineer. I'm a teacher, workshop facilitator. What else? Label owner, business owner, mom, daughter, a whole bunch of things. I got into music really from birth. My mother is a singer. My grandmother's a singer. All of my uncles, my dad, he sings sometimes. But I got into music just as a child, growing up in a musical family, just hearing music all the time, being exposed to a lot of different genres of music. I think it's really important for your creative palette to be exposed to as many different styles of music as possible, so that you can, your style can be diverse. And also you will learn the similarities between music all over the world as well. I started rapping when I was about 10, 11 years old. My first singing show, I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. The first time I wrote a song, I was 7 years old. It was a song from my mother, a song about observing her as a single mother and just all of the things that she did for us to make life easy, to make life enjoyable, and just to give us a good home. When I was maybe about 12, I started my first rap group with my first cousin, and it was called Serious B. We were homeschooled at the time, and we were studying a book by Ivan Van Sertima called Blacks in Science. And it talked about the Dogon people from Mali, West Africa, and that they could see this Sirius constellation with the naked eye. And when the Sirius B star came into view, it was a time when they would choose a new leader, they would plant new crops. And so we just looked at it like a time for newness. And that's how we looked at ourselves as a rap group, like we the new. So we wanted to go by this name. The first time I recorded myself in the studio, I was maybe 16 years old. No. The first time I actually recorded was with Jabari Exum, Chadwick Boseman, and Baye Harrell, and Amadou Kouyaté. We did a song when I was, maybe about 14 years old in high school. We went to Arts High School, and they had a recording studio there, and we recorded this song called No Love. May Chadwick rest in peace and rise in power. The first time I recorded myself for my own album, I was maybe 16 or 17. I got with my band and we recorded an album called Subversive Activity. Our band, we were in a jazz band together. So we were heavily influenced by jazz, by hip hop, by reggae, by R&B and soul music. And so our band was a culmination of all of those different genres. So much has happened over the years. I've gotten Grammy nominations. I have toured all over the world. I have been invited to speak at a lot of really powerful conferences about world healing, about social justice and activism. And more than anything, I've been able to kind of live out my life's dream the way I wanted to live it. I got to do it my way, and that is being an independent business owner, is being my own boss, is having creative control over my own content, over my image, over how I'm portrayed, over, the political nature and content of the music that I make, being able to say the things that I want to say that are real and honest for me. Musically, being able to create in the genre that I feel most connected to. I love traditional music, meaning native music, African music. I love traditional Negro spirituals, from our culture here in America. I love music that is rooted in soul and rooted in God. And I don't necessarily mean gospel music, but I mean music that is rooted in God in terms of its tone, its frequency, its content, its vibration. Those kinds of sounds, they heal me. They heal all of us, really. They have been the real kind of cornerstone of the strength of our culture and how our culture has been able to permeate cultures all over the world. So yeah, I'm working on my, what album is this of mine? Maybe like eighth album or something like that. I've done two, three, three solo albums, a mixtape, two group projects. I can't even think now. I've done so many, thousands of recordings. I have recorded thousands of songs, and so I have a new record coming out June 18th. I'm excited about that. It's called Queen of Culture. And I'm excited to share all the different types of culture, because that's one thing that stays consistent through all the music that I do, the different genres that I explore. Is like the culture and the content remains consistent. It's very much rooted in my cultural experiences and my people, and the traditions and the ceremonies that I think have kept our people strong, kept our spirits resilient through the years, no matter what we had to face. So that's really important to me. What I have here, is a vocal looper. I started to tour with this vocal looper. And I love it so much because it allows me freedom. Okay. It allows me freedom to just create whatever sounds I want to create. As I'm creating, I'm still thinking in terms of full frequency spectrum range. I want to make sure I got that low end frequency, mid range, high. I think in terms of a drummer, a beatboxer. So I'm thinking about what type of rhythm I want. I'm making sure I got a bass line, making sure I got a sound that would be in the frequency range of a piano or keyboard. I'm thinking about horn sounds that'll be in the upper frequency range to make the full production feel complete. And until it feels complete, I keep adding and, messing with it. So this is when I started the song called North Star. That's on my next album. And you all can, if you all have any questions afterwards, you can email them and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions that you have. I learned how to loop with a group called Zap Mama from the Congo. They're Belgian Congo. And she imitated the sounds in the forest. And I was like, man, I wonder what that'd be like if I imitated the sounds in my hood, right? So that's how I learned how to loop. So, dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum dum ba dum dum ba ba dum dum day 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 If you lose your way, it's only a prayer away. Your guiding light, your North Star is with you everywhere you are. Oh, baby, if you lose your way, it's only a prayer away. Hold on to your dreams. Remember, you're a king. You're a king. You're a queen. You're a king. You're a queen. You're a king. Yeah. Listen, I've always been different. Spirit flowing through my ligaments. Thought-provoking type of lyricist. Don't come with no health benefits. I was too big to be good enough. Hated that I made them level up. And I was just looking for a friend. Silly me, silly them with the illy pen. I've been killing men. What's a lost man's medicine? A real kind of reckoning. Patty me, patty them. The righteous rose, the lonely one. The words I told my only son. The weak will fold and come undone. The strong will grow and lead them up. What you do when no one agrees with you, huh? Can't you still speak the truth when no amens and no cosigns and the praise hands and the post lines? Like everybody do the most now, trying to prove that they woke now. That God give us discernment from the fake prophets and the posers. These days can't tell the same from the profane. Call it drip chocolate rain, everything for said. Listen, and Shane, I've been woke so long, my eyelids swole. You couldn't know this road I'm on. I pray we make it home. My king, my son, my throne to carry on. That's my word is born. Ooh, my word. That's my word is born. Boom, boom, baby. Boom, boom, baby. 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 Oh So that's how I put a vocal loop together. It's like the same way you structure a song, but I just do all the parts with my voice. And I'm listening, you know, I'm being obedient to what I'm hearing, right? Because to be inspired is to be in spirit. So when you're inspired to create something, it's also spirit working through you. So I'm like, I try to be obedient, aware to what's coming into my mind and trying out those things as they come into my mind. And in closing, oh, this is called a TC Helicon Loop Station, Voice Live Touch, if anybody's interested. But in closing, my 5 rules to success that I want to share with y'all. One of them is be original. There's no one like you. So you are already born a one of one, so unique and so original. So there's no point in trying to mimic somebody else and be like somebody else when you already come one of one, like you're already rare and exquisite and a specialty item. So be yourself, be original, be excellent. So that means putting in the time that it takes to be great at whatever you're doing. Don't just settle at good enough. Like, strive to be excellent in everything that you do. Be professional. That means showing up, whether it's being on time, whether it's being in a good mood, treating your team with respect, whether it's you know, like everybody, the staff, the sound engineer, the lighting engineer, your band. It's so many people that play a part in this music industry. Making sure you're respecting everybody's craft, you're respecting everybody's time, and you show up knowing what you're doing. You've done the research, you've done your homework, and you show up ready to be the best version of yourself in every moment, right? The other ones that I had, bring your seed and not your need. So when you come to the table with your hand out, you're looking to get got, right? Because everything should be equal exchange, even if it's an energy exchange. So if you come into the table with a need, also bring your seed. What are you planning to exchange? And that ties into doing what it takes to be excellent, doing what it takes to be valuable, learning as many skills as possible so that when you show up at the negotiating table, you have something to negotiate with. Because if you haven't poured into yourself and put the time in to become valuable, then what are you bringing to the table? Then that means you just got your hand out and you're going to get the short end of the stick. It's only when you pour into yourself and you become extremely valuable and you are an asset and not a liability that you'll be able to come to the negotiating table and really get a fair shake or even better. And the last one, I think that was 4. My last one was, what's my last one? Be kind, treat people well. It don't cost you nothing. It costs you nothing to be a good person. All that ego stuff that you see a lot of artists, like, oh, if you're a superstar, you got to act like this. And the real true superstars that have longevity, they know how to treat people well. And they treat people how they want to be treated, with respect and with dignity. You know what I mean? And it goes a long way. I'm talking about everybody, even people that are not famous, people that can't do anything, especially people that can't do anything for you. Treat them well. And you'll see how long of a way it goes. It's been plenty of times where there were people who were super, super talented, but I didn't hire them. I took the person who was less talented over them because they had a better attitude and they were willing to work hard. Okay, so hard work beats talent when talent won't work hard. So just keep that in mind. Be a hard worker, show up, be excellent, treat people well. And those are my 5 rules for success. Blessings on your journey. Peace.